Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 50 of the best sports show out, highly opinionated. I'm your co-host, Josh. Ladies and gentlemen, that guy right there, Randallstown Rec Legend, he's back. What's up, Timmy? How you doing, brother?
What's good? What's good? No complaints
Everything
over
good?
here, man. Yeah,
Everything good,
yeah,
man?
yeah. Everything good, man.
Good,
I'll
man.
talk a
I'm
little bit
happy for
about
you.
something a little later, but everything good on my end.
I'm happy for you, bro. Can't wait for the world on the show can hear about what's going on, man. I'm so happy for you. Happy for you and yours, man. Congratulations, brother.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All love. You know that. Ladies and gentlemen, the best producer, the best editor. He's back on the screen this week. What's up, Ross? How you doing, brother?
Good, man. How you feeling, Josh? Tim? How y'all doing?
Good, man. Good.
We good, man. Can't complain, man. We hope all is well with you, man.
Yeah, like
Glad
you
to
said,
see you back on the screen.
yes,
So,
sir. I'm definitely happy to be back. We had some good football yesterday. Got some good football tonight. I do want to shout out you, Josh, for hitting your build your parlay yesterday. So definitely shout out to you. Hopefully we can use that momentum and build on for the next couple of weeks.
yeah, man, I appreciate that, but I don't even look at it as me. I look at everything with highly opinionated as the three of us. Well, the four of us, including John as a co-host when he's on, but the three of us.
Yeah,
So I
right.
look
Yeah,
at
for
it as that.
sure. A win on any
You
of
know?
us is definitely a win for the
Yeah.
show, for sure.
So this week was my week. Next week could be Tim's week. 5 week could be your week.
And hopefully
Hopefully,
next
1 week
week is
we can
all
beat
our
that.
weeks.
All I was gonna say, hopefully every week we can win. That's what we try to do, ladies and gentlemen. The good thing about build your parlay is that you don't you can tell our parlays or you can come up with your own. You found me? Again, we just try to throw out ideas for you guys to look at and see. We disagree amongst the group, trust me, but you gotta let people gonna be them. Let them play what they play. And hopefully it was a winning weekend. Hopefully someone tailed that ticket. It was a winning weekend for anyone that at least one person who watched the show. If everyone can win, man, that's all we looking for. So
Yes,
that's
sir.
definitely all we looking for. Ross, you're definitely right. We had some great football. We're gonna get into that in a second. Before we get into that, Ross, let them know where they can follow us at on our social medias.
Yes, sir. Y'all can follow us on Instagram at highly opinionated __. Follow us on TikTok at highly opinionated _SS. And follow us on X or Twitter at highly O_SS. Y'all already on YouTube, so make sure you like, subscribe, leave a message, leave a comment. We'll be sure to comment back. Our guest today, you will see, he definitely comments. We appreciate that. He comments a lot. He comments on a lot of stuff. He gives his opinions. He lets us know if he disagrees. So yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, you guys are definitely like the part where someone comes on the show and then they actually disagree with me. That's amazing how that happens. So I love it, man. We love everybody that makes their comments. We love everyone that likes, subscribe, follow. We appreciate everyone. This is an open space for everyone. Man, woman, black, white, Republican, Democrat, independent, whatever you are. It's a safe space for everybody. Come on and talk some sports, man. We all have a sports opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a great episode. We are at 50 episodes here, highly opinionated. I just want to give a special thanks to these two gentlemen on the screen. None of this would be functionable, possible, allowed without these two guys. So, Tim, Ross, I love you guys. You guys are the best.
Likewise. Hey, quick interlude. So
Go ahead.
we had 99 subscribers on YouTube. So I don't know if y'all remember what y'all said last year. We won away from the 100th one getting $100. So if I was y'all, I wish I could subscribe again. You know what I'm saying? But won away.
So, hey, bro, not to be funny, I unsubscribed and then tried to subscribe again. It really put me back at 99. It's crazy how that works. But the 100 subscriber, let us know. We will send you that $100. Me personally, I will send you $100. So we appreciate all the love. We appreciate all the support. Ladies and gentlemen, episode 50, milestone. I got the best producer, the best editor, the best guy on the screen in Ross. Got the best co-host in the game, Tim, to work with. Tim, episode 50. Ready to get it started, my brother?
Let's get it.
Let's get it. Let's start off with some college football recap. And let's start off with going over Georgia and Tennessee. Number 5, Georgia Bulldogs beat Tennessee 44-41. High scoring game. Tennessee started off hot. They led the first quarter 21-7. Georgia methodically worked themselves back into the game. A 10-0 second quarter. 10-7 third quarter, 11-10 fourth quarter, and obviously the game winning touchdown in overtime, 6-3. Gunnar Stockton, 23 of 31, 304 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Frazier on the ground, 14 attempts, 73 yards. Young, the wide receiver, 4 catches, 43 yards for Georgia. Tennessee, Joey Aguilar, 24 out of 36, 371 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks. Thomas on the ground, 9 attempts, 60 yards. And Brazil, 8 receptions, 177 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Stanley, 9 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown. I just thought Gunnar Stockton grew up. You know, Georgia's basically owned the rivalry against Tennessee. I felt like Gunnar Stockton is definitely not Gunnar Stockton. Kirby Smart was going to have them boys ready to play just because he's basically dominated the matchup with Georgia. I mean, with Tennessee. So shout out to Georgia, shout out to Kirby Smart, and shout out to Gunnar Stockton, man. He grew up on the road. His first 2 games in college this season being a starter, you know, they played tomato cans. Going on the road to beat Tennessee at Tennessee, he grew up on the road. No turnovers. He played basically a mistake-free football game. Congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs.
Hey, look, man. Hey, I hope I don't get fined. They don't take nothing out of my paycheck this week. But I have a good reason why I didn't watch the game, man. Your boy got married, man, on his honeymoon in Hawaii. So I was on a flight back, man. So I didn't catch the game, right? So, but from my co-host, man, he broke the game down well. But what I did catch the little glimpse of, I seen that Tennessee had a chance to win the game. They missed a field goal. And versus a good team, like, you got to capitalize. Those are the types of, that's how you get the win. You know what I'm saying? You got to capitalize on them things like that. I wish I could go further in the game because y'all know I like to give y'all 2 or 3 plays that I think change the game. But this week I just can't. You know what I'm saying? I just can't this week. But shout out to Georgia and Kirby Smart figuring out the way to win. And on to the next.
I will say this. You made a great point. When you have to take advantage. You have to take advantage when you're playing a better team, especially at home. You got to find a way to get that situation right at home, and they didn't do it. So for me, I picked Georgia last week when JG was on. I'm not surprised Georgia won. Tennessee started out fast. Georgia walked them down. Gunnar Stockton, first true road win as a starting quarterback. Great win for Georgia. Great win for him and Kirby Smart. The next game that we're going to go over, I got this game wrong. I will say. The Texas A&M and Notre Dame game. Texas A&M won a classic game, 41-40. Marcel Reed, the quarterback, 17 of 37, 360 yards, 2 touchdowns. Carver, 7 catches, 207 yards, 1 touchdown. Conception, 4 catches, 82 yards. Moss, the running back, 20 carries, 81 yards, 3 touchdowns. For the Fighting Irish, CJ Carr, 20 of 32, 293 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Love, running back, 23 attempts, 94 yards, and a touchdown. And the tight end, Redone, 4 catches, 85 yards. 4 catches and 85 yards. For me, watching this game obviously came down to essentially a missed extra point at the end because it would have been 41-41 going to overtime. Notre Dame scored in the fourth quarter, but missed the extra point. First quarter was 14-7 Irish. Second quarter was 21-10 Aggies. Third quarter was 7-3 Irish. Fourth quarter was 10-9. So literally the 1 extra point missed by Notre Dame. They missed that, and that was really the cause of the game. I thought CJ Carr played a relatively good game. He had 1 bad throw. He had that interception throw. When he threw the ball, he should have ran because he could have ran for a first down. That's a young rookie mistake. There are no moral victories, Tim. You got to win in sports. We know that. But I will say I'm impressed with the Irish. They lost by 3 on the road with a true freshman quarterback, CJ Carr, at Miami. We saw what Miami did this week against South Florida. And then they lost at home by 1 point to Texas A&M, the number 10 team in the country. So great game. Congratulations to Texas A&M. I think Texas A&M has a signature win under Mike Elko.
Nah, they do. And unfortunately, under my boy Jimbo Fisher, they couldn't get many signature wins. So that's a big.
They had one. They beat Alabama. They beat Nick Saban.
Yeah, that is right. But yeah, so shout out to Elko. So without watching the game, right, I'm gonna give y'all a little cheat how y'all can act like if you don't watch the game. 3 things you can look at that act like you know something, right? So act like you know a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Time of possession. Look at time of possession. So Notre Dame had the ball 7 minutes longer than Texas A&M, right? That's one thing I look at. I look at penalties. So this game actually is an anomaly. Penalties. A&M had 13 penalties for 86 yards. Normally, when you had that many penalties, you don't win a game. And the third, you lose the game. And third, look at the completion. Look at the quarterback's completion percentage. Who played clean, right? So it looked like C.J. Carr played more clean than A&M quarterback what's the boy? Marcel
Reed.
Marcel Reed. But it looked like A&M had more explosive plays because he only completed 17 passes. He only completed 17 passes, but had 360 passing yards. So they had more explosives. So with that being said, it looked like you said, I'm actually shocked this game was 40-41. That's for both of these teams. They're not really known for scoring like that either. So that's actually shocking to look at this score. But man, shout out to A&M, man. Big win on the road in South Bend. Notre Dame might got a slight chance of still making the playoffs. They would have to run the table, which I knowing them, I don't know what's left on their schedule, but that independent schedule, they get to pick who they, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know who left. But man, shout out to A&M. Big runner on the road, big win for Alco.
Yeah, I disagree with you on the playoff. I mean, they might get in. For me, it's no way for them to get in. They have to hope USC is good. That's the best team that they play left. The rest of that schedule is really.
That's what I thought. It's light, right? USC ranked though, right? I mean, at the moment.
Yeah, they 25 now. They 25 now, so they rank one ahead. Notre Dame's ranked one ahead. I mean, I don't think they're going to get credit. They play Arkansas in a week. The next 2 weeks from now, they play. 2 weeks from now they go to Arkansas. I don't think they're going to get credited. That's not going to be a great win. It might be a good win, not a great win. If you look at Notre Dame's schedule, man, like I said, they don't have too many opportunities to get it out the mud and try to make the playoff. They play Purdue next, at Arkansas, Boise State. Okay, Boise State lost to UCF.
Yeah.
USF. I'm sorry, University of South Florida. They play North Carolina State. They play USC at Boston College, Navy at Pitt, Syracuse at Stanford. Yeah, they had. That's why I picked them to win the game. I thought they had to win one.
Yeah, I said a shot at the playoff. I ain't said they was going to get it right. I thought I said If
I know.
Okay. I love it. I just want to make sure
I'm not putting that on.
Oh, I got you.
I'm not putting that on. I just wanted to let the audience know, like,
I got you.
They got shot, but I don't. Their best chance was to win at home Saturday night against Texas A&M, and they didn't. Yeah. Now they need chaos to happen. Chaos can happen. That's the great thing about college football. Mm-hmm. The last game that we're going to recap, man, this was a good one for me. I called the upset. I got the upset right. The number 20 Vanderbilt Commodores winning the South Kakalaki, ladies and gentlemen. South Kakalaki, South Carolina. They went on the South Kakalaki and put belt the ass, Tim. That's what you like to say, right? That's what they did. They put belt the ass. They won 31-7. Vanderbilt, the first quarter was tied 7-7, second quarter 7-0. And then Vanderbilt pulled away after halftime. They basically went on a 17-0 run to end the game. Quarterback from South Carolina. Tim, I'm having a brain freeze for a minute. I'm trying to think of his name.
Oh, Lenore Sellers.
Lenore Sellers. Thank you, bro. Lenore Sellers. He actually got hurt in the second quarter. Now, when he got hurt, Vanderbilt was up 14-7. That does not mean that Vanderbilt would have won the game if he he continuously playing. However, Vanderbilt, to me, had already solidified, man, we're here to play. As I told you this before we hopped on, I'll say it now so the public can hear, so the audience can hear. The reason why I picked Vanderbilt for two reasons. One, I remember what they did last year at home against Alabama. So I felt like they got big game jitters out their stomach. You found me because of what they did last year against Alabama. Same head coach, same quarterback. The second more important reason why I picked Vanderbilt, I don't trust Shane Beamer. I like Beamer ball. I have the ultimate respect for the legendary Frank Beamer, coach at Virginia Tech. Shane Beamer was right up under him. He wasn't no G. Maybe he was a GA there, grad assistant, but he basically was the coach in line behind his dad. He learned from his father, and that's great. But in the SEC, you can't win games by special teams every time. You got to put people away, and I just didn't think South Carolina would put people away. As far as the stats of the game, my boy Diego Pavia, 18-25, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. Lassiter had 44 yards, that big 44-yard touchdown run. Alexander, 41 yards on the ground, touchdown run. Their lead receivers was the tight end. Lead receiver was the tight end Stowers, 3 catches, 45 yards. And again, with South Carolina, Lenore Sellers got hurt, 6 and 7, 94 yards. He did have an interception before he left. Duddy, the quarterback who replaced him, who replaced him, 18 and 27, 148 yards, and an interception. So obviously losing your starting quarterback definitely will hurt you, will hinder you. But again, I thought Vanderbilt was going to come to play. They came to play. Congratulations to the Vanderbilt Commodores on a big road win. The number 20 team in the country now.
And last thing I told y'all was 3 things to look at. I forgot the last one. The 4th one was turnovers. I didn't mention turnovers. I didn't mention turnovers in the last thing, but turnovers as well. So once again, my theory is working, right? So possession. Vanderbilt had the ball for 35 minutes and 43 seconds compared to South Carolina 24 and 17 seconds, right? Vanderbilt only had 1 turnover. South Carolina had 4 turnovers, right? So they won. That's 2 categories they won, right?
Yep.
Third category, I said, look at penalties. They had less penalties. Vanderbilt was 4 penalties for 40 yards. South Carolina is 8 for 85 yards. That means you killing drives, you killing yourself. And the last one, completion percentage. So, but a quarterback got hurt. So, but one quarterback was cleaner than the other, and they end up. What's the name? South Carolina had slight more passing yards, but they was coming from behind. So that's why passing yards. Yes, passing yards sometimes a little misleading. So you know what I'm saying?
It can be skewed.
Yeah, it can be skewed.
Exactly.
Yeah, because if you're trailing, you're throwing the ball more. So time of possession. So I'm telling y'all, treat code: time of possession, turnovers. Also, third down efficiency. We look at third down efficiency because if the team had a ball longer, that means the defense on the field longer for the other team, so they wearing them down. So those are 3 to 4 things you need to look at. And shout out to Vanderbilt, man. I thought Josh was crazy when I watched the last week episode with Picking Vandy. I said, I don't know what's not. I said, my co-host, man, something wrong with my guy, but man, I'm glad I wasn't on the show because I'd have got that pick wrong. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Josh at the pick. Shout out to Josh, man. Big win, man. Big win.
Well, listen, it's not the first time I worked with you and you thought I was on something. It won't be the last. That's the great thing about this. We both thank each other. Literally, we both ask each other after the show, we need to see a drug test just so we can make sure the results are where they need to be at, Tim. You know, we've done that. But no, all joking aside, like, I just, in all actuality, I kind of owe this pick to you. Doing the show with you, for you over a year and a half and showing me, like, what's expected is not going to happen. Yeah. And I kind of saw that we won with Florida State in Alabama. You feel me? It was like, okay, like, yeah, like we always say, me and you, but we said this to each other. When they zig, we zag. You feel me? It's like, all right, like y'all over here now, we're gonna slide over here. This might be a faster way for us to get up out of here. And I just looking at them, I'm like, everybody gonna be on South Carolina. You feel me? So congratulations to Clark Lee, head coach of Vanderbilt football, Diego Pavia, and the Vanderbilt Commodores, the number 20 team in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, let's move forward to our week 4. Tim, it's already week 4 in college football, bro. I mean, it's already been a month. Well, 5 weeks if you count week 0. It's been 5 weeks of college football so far, man. The time has definitely moved by. Let's start off with in my opinion, I think this is probably the marquee game of the weekend, in my opinion, for me. The number 22 Auburn Tigers traveled to Norman, Oklahoma to face the Oklahoma Sooners. This game will be Saturday at 3:30 on ABC. Sean McDonough, Greg McElroy, Katie George on the call. Tim, you start us off, man. Welcome back. Got to put you in the 5 seat already. Who you like?
Yeah, man.
Auburn or Oklahoma?
This game really, 2 questions for me, Cat. Oklahoma stopped the run game of Auburn, and will Auburn control the line of scrimmage? And I still haven't picked a winner to right now. Jackson Arnold was the former cornerback of Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, he was a quarterback at Oklahoma last season. He is the current quarterback at Auburn this season.
Auburn, right? So I'm gonna go with some revenge factor. I'm gonna take Auburn to get the win in Oklahoma. They're gonna get the win in Norman. Give me Auburn with an upset.
Auburn with an upset. I ain't gonna lie, I tossed and turned on this game as well, just because thinking about it. Oklahoma, by the way, Oklahoma's favored 6.5. Over unders 49.5. I am going to take Oklahoma at home only because they are at home. I've seen Oklahoma in a big game 2 weeks ago at Michigan. I think that's giving them the confidence to pull this game out. I like quarterback John Mateer. I like what he's brought to Oklahoma. He can run, he can throw. He's definitely getting the best out of the playmakers that the Sooners have. So for me, I like Oklahoma to win this game. John Mateer has over close to 1,000 yards passing, 944 yards just to be exact. He has 5 touchdowns, got 3 interceptions, got simmered down with the interceptions. But if he can do that, and I think he will on Saturday at 3:30 on ABC, I like Oklahoma to beat Auburn. Our next game that we're going to go over is the number 21 Michigan Wolverines. They travel to Lincoln, Nebraska to take on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. This game will be Saturday at 3:30. This game is on CBS. Make sure this game is on CBS at 3:30. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dale on the call. I'll start us off. I am going to take Nebraska to get a signature win at home. I think Dylan Raiola. I think Matt Rule, the coach, quarterback, they need a signature win in college, and this will be their signature win. I don't trust Michigan on the road until I'm shown otherwise. They play good. Bryce Underwood played good at home. I saw him last week. You know, it was a lesser opponent, but I seen him play good at home. He looked great. But on the road, I think they're gonna call that vanilla-based game plan. Give me the Nebraska Cornhuskers Saturday to get a signature win at home and beat the Michigan Wolverines.
Yeah, so y'all know I always got 2 questions, man. What Dylan Raiola shows up? Are the training wheels off for Bryce Underwood on the road? I think Michigan will have to open up the passing game some more, but I agree. I like Nebraska at home, and I think Dylan and Raiola, they need a signature win. Like I said, I think this probably be one of Raiola's best games of the year, and give me Nebraska at home.
We both like Nebraska at home to beat Michigan. Yeah, we gotta see it. We gotta see Michigan offense on the road. That kiddie stuff ain't that junior Pop Warner offense ain't gonna work. Throw the ball, run the ball. Let the he's a highly talented quarterback. Let him throw the damn ball. Like stop with this BS offense on the road, man. Come on, you're not gonna win like that. We agree on Nebraska. The last game that we're gonna preview, Tim. No, before the season started, I don't think no one thought that Tim and Josh would preview the number 9 Illinois Fighting Illini at the number 19 Indiana Hoosiers. This game is Saturday at 7:30 on NBC. Noah Eagle, Todd Blackledge on the call for NBC. You start us off, bro. Who you like, Illinois or Indiana?
The question I came up for this game, who defense will break first? I think that Illinois has the better collection of talent with the quarterback Luke Altmaier, wide receiver Fagan, and Beatty. And y'all know how I feel about Brett Bielema in the gang, man. I like Illinois, man. Get the win on the road. Give me Illinois.
Ladies and gentlemen, we don't pick together. I'm taking Illinois as well. But the reason why I wanted to take Illinois, I was going to say something about defense. You beat me to that punch. So let me make my second point. I think Illinois this year can be what Indiana was last year. So to be that, this is a quasi tough game for Illinois. Looking at their schedule, Illinois this season they play Ohio State, so they don't have to play Oregon, they don't have to play Michigan, they don't have to play Penn State. So they play at Indiana this week. We both think Illinois will win, and then they play USC at home. They'll probably lose to Ohio State on the 11th of October, but that game is at home. So this is a big game for Illinois, man, to etch themselves. I don't want to say firmly into the college football playoff because the season just started, but they can definitely take some steps to be like, okay, we looking at our schedule. We might have one loss on here. We had one loss. We're going to make the college football playoff. You know how that is. So I like Illinois. Illinois has the better defense. I think Illinois has the better quarterback. Luke Altmaier, 56 or 78 for the season, 709 yards. He has 8 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That is the perfect way to play football. No turnovers this season by Mr. Luke Altmaier. Give me the Illinois Fighting Illini to beat Indiana on the road. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some notable games on the screen, as you guys can see. Number 17, Texas Tech at number 16, Utah. That game is at 12 o'clock. Big noon kickoff will be live there. That game is on Fox. Tulane at number 13, Ole Miss at 3:30. That's a big game for Tulane. If Tulane can find a way to win that, they might be your Group of 5 champion later on down the season to clinch them a berth into the college football playoff. In a game that no one thought teams would be undefeated. Michigan State, USC, teams 3-0. Which one of these teams can emerge out of that cluster in the Big Ten and really try to be a true contender this year in the Big Ten and try to make some headway? Which game catches your attention, Tim?
Tulane.
Tulane at number 13.
Yep, Tulane and Ole Miss. Just because I want to see the style clash, because Tulane quarterback lead them in rushing, so he kind of do everything. Ole Miss, their defense is but they can score. So that's the game I would be tuning out for as well.
For me, I'm looking at number 17 Texas Tech at number 16 Utah. I will be watching that live. Big noon, like I said, will be there. I think that is a precursor. Whoever wins that game will be the favorite in the Big 12. I know we're not picking that game. I actually like Texas Tech to go on the road and beat Utah. Texas Tech spent a lot of money on their team this offseason. I think that would be some of the money best spent. They'll beat Utah in Utah Saturday at 12 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, it should be a great week 4 college football action. Can't wait. You're watching Highly Opinionated. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is sponsored by Wolves of War. In some of the episodes, you can see my co-host and Ross wearing a brand called Wolves of War. Wolves of War is our first sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, and we are so thankful to have those guys sponsoring Highly Opinionated. Thank you very much. The actual meaning of Wolves of War is that it represents having a strong path behind you through the battles of life. With the right people behind you, you can get through anything. You guys see the link for Wolves of War? Make sure you guys click on the link, shop, great apparels, t-shirts, sweatsuits, whatever you want, they have. Once again, Wolves of War. Make sure you guys go shop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Highly Opinionated. As you can see, we have a special guest on the screen. We are all fans of this guy. He's a fan of us here at Highly Opinionated. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome the great Stephen Spivey, the Highly Opinionated. How you doing, Stephen? What's going on, brother?
Nothing much.
Everything okay with you, man?
Yeah.
Man, we appreciate you for coming on, hopping on the show, man. Again, man, we see all the comments, we see all the love that you show us on the show platforms, YouTube, Instagram, etc. So it's good to have you here, man. We appreciate you for taking some time out your schedule and coming on, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. So let's get it started, man. As we always do with every guest. Anything you want to shout out? Anything you got going on that you want the world to know about?
Not that much.
Not that much. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Well, something changed, man, and you ever need a platform where you got something that you want to promote, or you got anything going on, man, this is the place to do it, man. We'll definitely take care of you, brother.
All right.
Go ahead, Tim. Before I get to the first, before we move on, Tim, I'll let you get a few words in.
Nah, man, it just sounds like he came to talk ball, and man, I'm just ready to talk about ball. So let's get to it.
Let's get to it. So, Stephen, one of the past, I think it was 2 or 3 episodes, you disagreed with something that I said. So here's your floor, brother. What's going on? What you disagree with?
Okay, I disagree with what you said about Keaton Mitchell being a starter on the Bengals.
Oh man, I said that. I did say that. So listen.
So you saying that he would start over Chase Brown?
Yes, I'm saying
RJ P. Ryan.
I like P. Ryan. Yes.
And Taj Brooks.
I like Taj Brooks. I saw all 3 of those running backs. I like. Now, when I say that I think he would start, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to play the whole game. I think both of you guys know running back is basically, for the most part, other than Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson, and I would probably throw Jahmyr Gibbs in there. If I'm missing somebody, you guys obviously can throw a name in there as well. But those 5 are probably they're not. You can't change those. You can't substitute them. You can substitute them out, but it's a drop off, basically when they come out the game, no matter who's replaced them. Whereas though majority of the rest of the running backs, they're somewhat interchangeable. For example, I look at the Patriots running back room. You have Ramondre Stevenson and you have Travion Henderson. They drafted Travion Henderson in the top, if I'm not mistaken. I think they drafted him in the second round, Tim. They drafted him in the second round, second or third round.
I believe
so to me, running back is definitely interchangeable. Now, let me say this. To be fair, Chase Brown currently is a better player than Kevion Mitchell because he plays more. And he's shown that he can carry the workload. In fact, he was a big part of why Cincinnati is 2-0. We'll get to that in a second. We'll get to your Bengals in a second. But the fact is that I think that most of the running backs are interchangeable. So when I say start, I think if Chase Brown was on if Mitchell was on the Bengals, I definitely think he would get some time. I definitely think he would play. And I think they would basically, whoever's the hot hand, they would roll with that. Go ahead, Steve.
Okay.
You agree? You disagree?
I agree with that.
Okay. All right. So that was my point of saying that Mitchell would start on the Bengals. I think, I said this, man, Tim disagreed, but I think the Ravens have the best running back room in the league. Now, obviously, you can look at the Lions running back room. You can look at any room with Saquon Barkley in and say that they're up there. I like the Texans running back room when they get Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb, when they get Joe Mixon back to go along with Nick Chubb. I like the Broncos running back room. You got Dobb. Tim, you know about Dobbins with the Chargers last year. You got the Thumper with him. You got the speed guy with R.J. Harvey. So it's a couple running back rooms that are good. The 49ers have improved that running back room to me. You get Brian Robinson, a thumper, to go along with Christian McCaffrey that can give you a little bit of everything, give you a little bit of speed, give you a little bit of finesse, something like that. So for me, I think that Mitchell would play on a lot of teams, but he hasn't shown that he could do it yet. And honestly, he won't show that he's done it. He'll do it in Baltimore because of his situation. Go ahead, Tim.
Yeah, so that's what I was about to get at, because like when you say like at some point, right, the running back room has to produce, right? So like I feel like the Ravens running back room really Henry. Like Justin Hill, like we all see that what Justin Hill is. Like he can be good, but like he just hasn't flourished in his role yet neither. You know what I'm saying? Like really only one that really flourishing over there is Derrick Henry. Like Ali, the guy Ali from I'm pretty sure he's
Rashad Ali,
yeah, from Marshall. He looked like he a good kick returner and all that, but he ain't really like Keaton Mitchell ain't, if I'm not mistaken, he hasn't got an NFL carry in the last 2 weeks. I didn't watch this last game, so I don't know.
He didn't get a carry.
Yeah, so I'm saying like how. So for me, how could they have the best running back room if only one of them plays?
So for me,
and it's effective. One plays and it's effective. Let me put it like that.
For me, I told you this. And I know you said backfield. That's what we disagreed on.
Oh yeah, yeah. So if you bring Lamar, and that's
so obviously when I say running back room, I'm obviously talking about people who run the ball for the Ravens. Lamar's in the quarterback room. I get that. But he has. Tim, I think you'll give me this. He has a foot in the running back room. You feel me? So that's why
I just my fault. Go ahead. No, I'm just saying for like people watching it, I don't want them to, because when you say Lamar, that little thing with Lamar being a running back, that was a knock. You know what I'm saying? So I just want the people to you know what I'm saying, differentiate what you're trying to say. That's it.
I wouldn't want anybody to think I think he's a running back. The man's a 2-time MVP, second unanimous MVP in NFL history behind Tom Brady. So I know what he is as a quarterback. But my point is that he can still tote the ball and run the ball. So
yeah, for sure.
You add Lamar. Obviously you got Derek. You add Lamar. I like Justice Hill. I like him as a scat back. I know he had a bad game against Buffalo, that terrible fumble, and he lost yards on that play, but I like him. The Ravens obviously like Ali, and I like Mitchell. Let me say this. I think at some point a team that's hurting in the running back room will probably try to trade for one of those two guys, Mitchell or Ali. Now, whether the Ravens will be open to trade them or not, I don't know. But I'm just saying, I think all four of those guys in the running back room can play. Well, five. I'm including. Well, yeah, four. Hold on. Henry, Hill, Ali, Mitchell, and five, including the quarterback who can run the ball as well. So
I'm not my fault. So that's not my argument. I'm just saying when you say they have the best running back room, it's like how they had the best. To me, that's the word that's throwing me off. Like how they had the best, but only one of them produced. You got all type of running backs in that room. You got running backs who can catch the ball. You got running backs who got some speed and acceleration, and you got a power running back. You have the best power running back in the league, in my opinion. That doesn't mean he's the best running back. I just think he's the best power. He's the best power running back. I got you. I'm just saying, how is that the best room when only one produced? Like I'm saying, like All right, so say in Atlanta, you got more than one running back produced, right?
Yeah.
So how would the Ravens running back run be better than theirs just because we think they could be better? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
No. I don't think I've seen in spots where Justice Hill, he comes like when you play the Ravens, when Derrick Henry comes out the game, you look at that as a breather. For the most part, I know it hasn't been the best 2 games this season for Justice Hill, but for the most part, Justice Hill was electric. He's always gaining yards. He's never going to lose yards. Before Mitchell got hurt, he was electric. He was speed on the field. They needed that. They needed that speed. They never had a running back like him that could have speed, acceleration, and quickness like Mitchell did have before he got hurt. And then obviously they added Ali this year. My point is there might be other productive more backs because again, look at Montgomery and Hill. I mean, look at Montgomery and Gibbs.
That's what I'm saying.
Jahmyr Gibbs is going to run you down the field. Montgomery's going to come in on the 1-yard line and score the touchdown. Well, for the Ravens, they don't really give another running back a chance to do that. So my point is that the opportunities that I've seen you do and seen you cash in, and I'm like, okay, if you were given more opportunities, which I thought the Ravens would do this year, because you would, Tim, I think the Ravens had plans on playing in January and February if they get to where they want to go, right? So I thought they would try to minimize Derrick Henry a little bit and maximize the other young guys and save Henry for November, December, January, February. Well, let's say December, January, and February. So I get your point. There are other productive running backs out there, but Steven, to your point, my point of saying that I thought Mitchell would play was because Mitchell could start on the Bengals because I think that would be they would really be interchangeable. If Mitchell ran for 5 yards and Chase Brown ran for 15 on the next play, Chase Brown would be in the game. You feel me? So I think it would be running back by committee when you don't have a dominant running back on the team. That's the one thing your Bengals don't have is a dominant running back, right?
Exactly.
So if they had a Saquon Barkley, a Derrick Henry, a Bijan Robinson, a Jahmyr Gibbs, then yeah, they would be the bell cow, like what Tim is talking about. But I don't even, am I disrespecting? Tim, you mentioned the Falcons. Watch the Falcons on Sunday Night Football. I don't even think the Bengals have a Tyler Algier. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't even have somebody that can get you them tough yards up the gut. So, yeah, I'm sorry if I disrespected Chase Brown, Steven. I like Chase Brown. You're a good dude. You're a good dude, man. But I just think some of these running backs who we don't see play, it's not because they can't play. It's because you got dogs over top of you. Tim, I remember when me and you tried out for the same football team. I went out for wide receiver. As soon as I seen Tim out there, I said, I gotta go. I gotta change positions. I gotta go do something else. Like, you got a dog out there. You feel me? So that's all I'm saying.
I definitely get that point. No, I definitely, yeah, I got you.
So, Steve, while we had you here, we obviously talk about Chase Brown. We know you're a Cincinnati Bengals fan. Your thoughts on Joe Burrow being out 3 months? Can your Bengals maintain while Joe Burrow is out?
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to that.
Why not?
Because
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm gonna cut you off. Go ahead.
Because look at who we got to play in those 3 months. You got a team like Green Bay, a team like Detroit, a team like Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a tough schedule for Cincinnati to try to navigate and get through that without Joe Burrow. I will say this: watching the game on Sunday when they beat Jacksonville with Jake Browning definitely has experience playing in the NFL. He's been a starter before. He's played for the Cincinnati Bengals obviously before. He's played under the same system with Zach Taylor. So, fellas, I think, and Tim, I'll give it to you after this. I think if Cincinnati, they're 2-0. They've never started the season under 2-0 under Joe Burrow and the head coach. Who's the head coach name? Zach Taylor. I'm sorry, I just said his name. Zach Taylor. So if they can be 2-4, 3-4, something like that during the time that he's out, they still got a chance to make the playoffs. Go ahead, Tim.
So he out for 3 months.
3 months.
At least 3 months. So they saying that he might come back second meeting against Baltimore or the Sunday night game at Miami.
And Steve, what day is that? Can you tell me the date? December what? Yeah. December 21st?
Yeah, December 14th or the 21st.
Yeah, I picked the Bengals. I picked the Bengals to win the division. So I don't know. I mean, they should be a formidable opponent though. Like, I don't think they're just gonna get rolled over, but it's just gonna be like certain situations. Browning just gonna have to step up. Like, whereas though we we kind of sensed Joe Burrow would make that play. He just gonna have to step up in the moments. Now, I will say this: they I doubt they win the division no more. So but they might be able to sneak a wild card.
That's what I'm saying.
Just if they, you know what I'm saying, if they get to like 9 or 10 wins, I think they'd be all right because Miami looked like, I don't know what's going on in Miami. So like that was a playoff. I thought they would make the playoffs this year personally. So they could take. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. I was going to ask you about another team. Go ahead, Go ahead.
No. Yeah. So they could take, to me, they could take that Miami spot. Yeah. So I think they still like, so because there's so much talent on that offense. Like I figure like they still gonna figure out a way to score some points. Brown just can't turn the ball over like he did versus the Jaguars. I think he had 3 interceptions if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
he can't.
You are correct about that.
Yeah, he can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But if he limit them turnovers, like I think they could sneak in the wild card. I can see a chance of them coming in the wild card.
Yeah, fellas, if the Bengals defense can just hold them to 24 to 27 points, I definitely think they got a chance. That high-powered offense, like you said, Tim, with Jamar Chase Brown, Steve, you got the tight end Gesicki, obviously T. Higgins. You got weapons on the offense to score. There's no doubt about it. That defense, man, they just got to bend but don't break, Tim. They got to bend but don't break. If they do that, they should be fine. So, Steve, I know you said you have no. I know you said you're nervous about losing Joe Burrow. Do you think this team, with everything that they have, still can make the playoffs, or you just like, man, it's just going to be a lost season without our best player?
It's probably going to be like a lost season, but if they do make the playoffs, I would be shocked if they like literally sneak in as like the sneaky 7 seed that nobody don't want to see in the playoffs.
I thought that's what they would be last year, man. Not even gonna lie to you. I was saying this on the show last year. I didn't think nobody wanted to see them last year just because that already you guys have the one thing that you guys have in the AFC that no one has in the AFC. You already beat Mahomes. Whereas so Tim has that in the NFC. Like his Eagles beat Mahomes multiple times. So when you play Kansas City, you're not nervous about playing. I still think Buffalo and Baltimore, they still have some they still have some butterflies in their stomach when they see Kansas City across from them because they haven't done it in the biggest moments. You guys have done it. Week 17 in the season and in the AFC Championship game in their building. You beat them in Cincinnati and in Kansas City. So for me, I just look at it as you guys have that, but you guys just got to get to the playoffs. It just seems like it's always hell through some point in time through a Bengals season where somebody get hurt, something happened where as though they can't make the playoffs. So I agree with you. A sneaky 7 seed will be a dangerous thing for the Cincinnati Bengals. Dangerous thing. So no chance of them winning the division, Steve? None whatsoever. You don't think they could overtake the Ravens?
No.
No.
And that's the Ravens division to win unless they like choke what they did like in week 1 and like blow like fourth quarter leads.
Yeah.
And
no, go ahead. My bad.
That's the way the AFC North can compete for the division title.
I will say this. The Ravens are known for blowing leads. Now, I picked them to get to the Super Bowl, but I ain't blind. They blown leads for a while now. You feel me? So it's not, that's what I'm saying. It's not impossible. The Ravens do have a first place schedule. They play Detroit next Monday night. Tim and I picked that game later on in the show. They got some games. They still got to play Pittsburgh twice. Still got to play y'all twice. They got to go to Cleveland. Last year they lost at Cleveland. Again, I'm not running away from my Super Bowl pick, but being objectively speaking of the NFL and objectively speaking of the Ravens, they definitely can blow leads. We've seen them do it before. So now, hopefully, for my sake, they stop doing it, and for for the Ravens fans' sake, they stop doing it. But again, man, it's not impossible for them to blow leads. So I don't think it's doom and gloom in Cincinnati like you do. I think they got a chance, man, because, man, again, man, y'all got weapons, and I think the defense with Al Golden, the new defensive coordinator came in from Notre Dame. I think he's really simplifying the defense. Again, Tim, they doing a lot of bending, bro. They doing a lot, but they not breaking. And that's all that's really all you can. It's really all you can do in that type of situation. Trey Hendrickson, you guys had a contract to speak with him during the offseason. I know it's only 2 games. I know it's kind of hard to judge somebody after 2 games, but Do you like his production this first 2 games you've seen so far?
Yes,
Okay, good. What about my man
but
Shamar Stewart?
mm, uh, even though he's also out with an injury as well.
Oh, Stewart out? I
He
didn't know
got
that.
injured. He got injured yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
Jacksonville.
Okay. Now they so again, Stewart should come back at some point in time. I know I saw him in the first game against Cleveland. He was getting some pressures on well, I mean, it's not hard to get pressures on Joe Flacco. We get it. But still, a pressure is a pressure. So I felt like he played relatively well in week 1, especially for it being his first game. And then you got Trey Henderson on the other side. So I really truly I like what your team can be. They just gotta hold the fort down. They gotta hold that down. That turf toe, man, that turf toe will get you. So and they got Joe Burrow. Let me ask you this, Steve, why I got you. Their offensive line, like, because Joe Burrow's always hit. Like, how can they improve their offensive line? Like, what positions do they need to improve?
I'm sorry, but we have to go to that. I'm sorry, but Orlando Brown has to go.
Left tackle, blind side. Got you. So you think he's the weakest part of the offensive line? Okay. Go ahead, Tim.
Nah, man. Yeah, I agree. Like, definitely, because Joe Burrow always seems to get hit. I think the one yesterday, though, I think it was a little, I don't know. It ain't look like, I don't know. But yeah, they definitely need to improve the line. But when you paying everybody else, it's hard to improve the line.
No, it definitely is.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to improve the line. When most of the your top skill players getting majority of the cap, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? You gotta work with what you got.
Yeah, and you only working with nickels and dimes at that point, Tim. You feel me? Only working with what you got. You feel me? So I got you.
You're gonna have the max protect chip with tighter ends. You just gotta get a little creative. If I know my line, we just gonna get a little more creative. That's all you know what I'm saying? How about the weakness?
No, I got you. Steve, we appreciate you for coming on, bro. Before we get you up out of here, a topic near and dear to you wanted to bring up top 5 alternate jerseys. So, Steve, we'll let you go first, and then Tim, I'll let you end the segment. So, Steve, as the guest, my brother, you go first. Your top 5 alternate jerseys, whatever order you want to do them in, 5 to 1, 1 to 5.
My number 1 has to do with Tim's team. Eagles. I gotta go with the Eagles. Kelly Green at number 1.
Okay.
I gotta go to the Ravens. I have to go with the all black.
Woo! Yeah, that's it. I'm good. Hey, Steve, before you continue, let me just say this. Hey, Tim, I don't got here your list. He won. He had Kelly Green, that money green, number 1, and that all black, number 2. We good, Steve. Go ahead, man.
All right, number 3, I have to go with the 49ers throwbacks.
Oh, the 90s with the red,
yes.
with the okay. All right, I like them. Okay. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Since I show love to y'all 2 teams, show love to my team. Of course, the Bengals, all white, the white Bengal.
Oh yeah, that one they wore on Thursday night, a couple years ago. All white. They wore it on Thursday night. I like that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Ooh.
And number 5, I have to go with the Falcons throwback with the red helmet.
Yeah, you know, Steve, I love you, bro. I don't like the Falcons. I don't like nothing about the Falcons. But no, that is a nice jersey. I'll give them credit. That is a nice with that red helmet. Icy. I like your list, Steve. I like your list a lot.
Definitely an impressive list. So I didn't order them, but I just say what I had. So if I do order them, let's go with my favorite jersey of all time was the Chargers powder blue uniform. That's one of my favorite jerseys. Number 2 is actually the Tampa Bay Buccaneers creamsicle uniform. If y'all know the light orange, the orange, that uniform is crazy tough.
Time out. This is the nicest thing Tim has said about the Buccaneers since I started doing the show with him a year and a half ago. Say it again, Tim. Say it again. What?
the Tampa Bay creamsicle uniform. If you
Oh
know,
my
you know.
God.
That's one of my favorite jerseys. Number 3, I do have an Eagles uniform, but it was the white. It's the white jersey with the green numbers, Randall Cunningham era. That was one of my favorites. Number 4. So this jersey ain't dropped yet, but I seen it when I was looking at it. So Miami got this alternate jersey called the Dark Waters jersey. Y'all gotta see these jerseys is crazy. When y'all go see them, y'all gonna see why. And my last one was the Broncos orange jersey, orange and blue jersey.
Orange Broncos, Orange Crush. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Yes, sir. I know about them. Yes, sir. I think I can't. All joking aside, I can't pick between both lists. Steve got me with the Kelly Greens. He got me with the all black. He got me with the all white. And then I ain't gonna lie, Tim. You start off. Forget the Buccaneers. But you start off with the cream. With the San Diego Superchargers. That jersey. The Powder Blues, man. So yeah, I think both lists are great. It's one thing about the NFL, like you'll definitely see a lot of jerseys, but when you see that old school, that throwback, and when you see them alternate jerseys, which you see on Thursday nights or sometimes on Monday nights, it's definitely or even Sunday nights sometimes. Like the Vikings one time wore all white jersey. That was a night game. So and I thought that looked good. I think any combination of all white and all black, you're gonna win the day with that. So great list, Tim. Great list to our guests. The legendary Steven Spivey. Steven, we want to thank you for all your support. Thank you for all your comments, man. Thank you for coming on the show. We look forward to having you back soon, my brother. We appreciate you, man. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break. That was the great Steven Spivey. You're watching Highly Opinionated. We'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is brought to you by Edibly Airy. Enjoy the heightened experience of THC edibles in a whole new way. At Edibly Airy, our freeze-dry edibles available in 100 milligram, 200 milligram, 300 milligram, 400 milligram will give you the buzz you crave with a flavor you won't forget. Available in 3 different flavors: watermelon sunset, tropical fruit, and very berry. To place orders, please visit the website at ediblyairy.com. While you're there at ediblyairy.com, use a promotion code. You guys see the promotion code on the screen. $ Highly Airy, $. Again, $ Highly Airy, $ for 20% off your first purchase. Follow us on IG at Edibly Airy for new product releases and monthly hookups. Must be 21 and over to purchase. Edibly Airy, the best freeze-dry edibles out. Go shop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, Highly Opinionated. Tim, it's time to recap week 2 of the NFL season. Start off with the Thursday night game. Start off with the Packers beating the Commanders 27-18. Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers and that dominating defense, man. They injured Jaden Daniels' knee. Definitely messed his knee up. He's questionable for week 3. So that defense definitely came to play. Jaden Daniels, 24-42, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. They couldn't really get the ground game going. Austin Eckler tore his Achilles, 8 attempts, 17 yards. The rookie Merritt, 4 attempts, 17 yards. Jaden Daniels, 7 attempts, 17 yards. Zach Ertz was that leading receiver, 6 catches, 64 yards, and a touchdown. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, Jordan Love, 19-31, 292 yards, 2 touchdowns. Josh Jacobs, 84 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown, 23 attempts. And Tucker Kraft, man, he was the man of the show. 8 catches, 124 yards, and 1 touchdown. Your thoughts on this win by the Packers to push them to 2-0 early in the season?
So I had a mixed reaction for the game. I think the Packers defense is very good. They should be one of the top units in the league. I just think with the pressure they can generate and the coverages they play behind it, I see why they got rid of Jair Alexander too. That kid Nixon is good. Like he might be better than Jair Alexander at this point. So I understand why they actually let him go. Also, offensively though, Love still like a step away to me. Like watching that game, like he be missing a lot of wide open deep passes. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them shots that I feel like in the playoffs matter. Like that you got to connect that. He's wide open in the post. You got to hit. You know what I'm saying? Like certain throws, I still feel like he's missing which is why I, you know what I'm saying, I'm not highly on the Packers, but their defense is definitely legit. For Washington, man, I love Josh Jacobs. He can run the ball. What's the name? Washington, man. I never been a big fan of Kingsbury play calling, and he definitely ain't called nothing right the other day. Like I don't know what they was trying to do. Like, like I didn't get the game plan. Like it was like I just didn't feel like he set up anything. Normally, like as a play caller, they script the first 15. All right, so bang, they figured that out. Let's try something. Like I just ain't feel like it was just too vanilla to me. Like I would have used Debo more, Terry McLaurin ain't like, you know what I'm saying? They coming up. Let's screen them a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Intermediate stuff. Like I just felt like he ain't had no real game plan to me. Washington defense, what I thought it was, it's a leaky roof. You know what I'm saying? Field goals is a stop for them. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna drive the ball down the field. just hope you hold them to 3. You know what I'm saying? So and for the most part of the game, like I know he was texting the group, like you said the game was over, but when it was at 10-17, mind you, I didn't disagree with that, but I'm saying Green Bay was dominating the game, but the score was still in reach, right? So when it was,
I agree with you on that. I agree with you.
Yeah. So when it was 10-17, I felt like if the Washington could have figured out a stop there, they could have probably put a little pressure. You know what I'm saying? But they just, like I said, it's a league of roof on defense. Like they ain't stopping much. So like they got to hold them to 3. So shout out to Green Bay, man. They the first 2 games they have looked very impressive though.
Can you understand why not? I didn't think they was gonna make the playoffs. Washington. You don't have to agree with it, but you can understand why my thought process.
I didn't think the thought was crazy. Like when you first said it, I didn't think the thought was crazy, but it was like I feel like in the NFC it's not as many good teams, so I feel like they gotta make. You know what I'm saying? They gotta make it. How far they go? That's another question.
My bad.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was just saying how far they go. That's another question.
For me,
for them to get in, I think they get in. Yeah, I'm good.
No, I mean, again, we can disagree on that, but again, you thought the process, you thought of what I was thinking wasn't crazy, and that was my only point.
Yeah.
Well, my only point wasn't to let you know.
And then you threw me off with the Cowboys being second. See, I was all right with you until you said the Cowboys was going to be second. Then I was like, all right, now he lost me. But yeah, go ahead.
Now I ain't gonna lie, you talk about a leaky roof. Woo, a leaky roof. A leaky roof. My point about Washington, man. Come on, man. Woo, Russell Wilson's career was saved on Sunday afternoon. You understand that, right? It was saved. If Caleb Williams can't play good against the Cowboys on Sunday, we gotta have some serious conversation. With Emmanuel Acho used to talk about, we're gonna have to start having some uncomfortable conversations about some people. Yeah. I don't mean no harm. But anyway, we'll wait to get to that next week. My point about the Commanders is I thought last year they took advantage of a last place schedule. They took advantage of sneaking up on people. Yeah. That defense was leaky last year. When nobody wants to talk about what the Commanders, that mid-season edition, they tried to go out and get Marshawn Lattimore. That's not the same Marshawn Lattimore from the New Orleans Saints that was D'ing up Mike Evans all the time. This is a different player who's been hurt. He's not the same guy. He was getting cooked by Wicks and like the Packers. Well, I mean, they don't really have a number one, but just any guy they moved on him, they was letting him. He was eating. So I like Jaden Daniels. I like the Commanders fans. I'm not trying to be mean. My job on here is to be objective about what I see. If I'm wrong, obviously I'll admit that I'm wrong. But again, go look at their schedule. They made the playoffs this year. They're a hell of a team, and I just think that leaky what do you call it?
Leaky roof.
That leaky roof. Hey man, listen. It ain't enough paper, it ain't enough newspaper, it ain't enough plywood you can put up there to stop that water from coming on in. That water undefeated, Tim, you know that. So I just think, the Commanders are. Now I will say this, Commanders fans, y'all can get at me on this. Y'all don't beat good teams. Y'all beat the Eagles without Jalen Hurts. In the playoffs, I give you credit, they beat Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay was missing Chris Godwin, bro. We're not going to let facts get in the way of feelings. They beat the Lions. Cool. They was out there playing me, my son, his son, and his son. Okay, cool. When they played the real team, they didn't have no injuries. We got our 12 best, you got our 11 best, you got your 11 best. The score was 55-24. So, for me, I need to see Washington compete against good teams. To me, I agree with you. The score was close, but the game never felt in doubt. And I always thought that the Packers would find a way to win. They found a way to win. Next week, Washington goes to Washington's at home against the Raiders, and the Green Bay Packers are on the road at the Cleveland Browns. Our next game that we're going to go over, near and dear to you, brother, your Philadelphia Eagles, man. They just keep churning on. Philadelphia Eagles won 20-17. They beat the Kansas City Chiefs in a Super Bowl rematch. This time a little bit closer, same outcome. Jalen Hurts, 15-22, 101 yards. Saquon Barkley, 88 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. Lead receiver was Devontae Smith, 4 catches and 53 yards, including a big catch on an all-out blitz to get them in field goal range and touchdown position. Patrick Mahomes, 16-29, 187 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. He added 66 yards on the ground. And their leading receiver was Travis Kelce, 4 catches, 61 yards. I'll start us off on this game, then I'll give you the floor, brother. I know the Chiefs are 0-2. A lot of people want, right there, put their obituary. I'm not doing that. Seen too much football, know too much football, been around too much football, been around greatness on the football screen, as you guys see on this brother right here. Tim taught me too much to know it's week 2. Let's not make crash decisions about these teams this early in the season. Some of these teams haven't even played their second game yet. You found me? You got Monday night games, you got third. So you found me? Situations, whatever. I think the Chiefs will be fine. They need to get some talent added to that team. As far as the Philadelphia Eagles side, the Chiefs need to get more talent to the wide receiver position. I would not be surprised later on in the season. John called it a dumpster fire in Miami. I think Tyreek Hill will be wearing red at some point this season. I definitely can see the Chiefs making that trade because they got to get some speed on that offense. And Miami's already a dumpster fire as it is. They lost on the road to Indianapolis, lost at home to the Patriots, and then got to go to Buffalo on a short week. Well, I think we know what their fate will be. So I think the Chiefs need to improve the speed on their offense. The Philadelphia Eagles, let me say this. I'm not a Jalen Hurts or Philadelphia Eagles doubter. I don't think they're going back to the Super Bowl. But right now, today, they're the best team in the NFL. And that's okay. They can be the best team right now. I don't necessarily think they'll be the best team later on. They are the best team. They are situationally the best team. They're going to, 3rd and 1, you know what's coming. 4th and 1, you know what's coming. Defense can get a stop. Pass rush, etc. For right now, the Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, man. So this game was torn, right? So as the fan in me, like, defense, I think the defense, like, I think it got better. And I know that might sound crazy because who we lost, but I think we got younger in certain areas, and I think we got a little bit more faster in certain areas, which because they was flying versus Kansas City. Like, I know Kansas City, they banged up. They missing Rashee Rice. Xavier Worthy got hurt running into Kelce last week. So I know they was banged up, but it was just like how fast they was flying to the ball. Like, it was quicker than even last year, in my personal opinion. Offensively, second-year coordinator, we gonna have to be patient, right? The passing game is just not what most Eagles fans wanted, and I agree. Like, I don't like it. I think we need more levels, concepts. Like, I feel like in high school. So what's funny in high school, right? The right side mimicked the left side, right? Like, most of the time, if the inside slot route running the out route, the left side slot running the out route. The outside guys, they gonna run the same goal. They go. That's what I feel like the Eagles out. That's what I feel like we be running right now. I feel like there's no levels, concepts. Like, the concept's just not working. And we can even simplify this even further, right? A.J. Brown to me should touch that first possession, right? The corner normally, most teams, they play off coverage, right? Like right now, the game, Nico Collins, right? They just throw him an out route because Dean was 7 yards off. Just don't start the game like that. That's all you got to do. Just get these guys in rhythm so that they involved in the game. Like, you don't got to over-target them, but you got to target them. You know what I'm saying? You got to make them a threat. So that's all I'm asking for the Eagles offense. Defensively, I think we're going to be fine. Kansas City, I personally, y'all if y'all watched 2 episodes ago, I told you I don't have them making the playoffs just because I see the dip in talent and who they have to play. Like I think Mahomes is just relied on to do too much at this point, and I don't see it getting better unless, like you said, they trade somebody. Defense is still pretty good. I'll give them that. But yeah, they not that defense. What it was 2 years ago? Was it 2? When they was real stout. Like, they're a good defense, but they not like, I want to say 2 years. When they beat the Ravens at the in Baltimore, they don't have that type of defense to me, but they're still good. So shout out to the Eagles, man. They just find ways to win. And I figured out why people don't like Hurts, right? So I'm watching the game. So I've been watching the games, right? He ain't sexy. Like, he don't do nothing sexy. Like, you know what I'm saying? He don't have to play where he run around in the circle door for 40. He don't have to play like, you know what I'm saying? He don't have too many wild plays. And that's why I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, talent-wise, he's not the best quarterback, right? But he wins. So, like, that's why I give him edge because he wins. You feel me?
And that's why
that's why I think people don't like him, though, because it's nothing sexy about the game. Like, he don't take too many risks. You know what I'm saying? He gonna throw the hits route, right? Say somebody one-on-one, you know what I'm saying? Unless it's A.J. Brown most of the time, like, he ain't gonna take a force a shot where, you know what I'm saying? Most quarterbacks, I can fit it through there. You know what I'm saying? He just consistent. Like, he a consistent player. He ain't, you know what I'm saying? Never too high, never too low. I ain't gonna do nothing extra. He not gonna do the extra. You know what I'm saying? He ain't doing the extra credit assignment. I'm just gonna come in here and get the A, and we gonna get the win.
Nah, you ain't lying on that. I definitely look at it as Jalen Hurts is not sexy, but he gets the job done. He's a winner. And that's why he's in your, I think you have him at the second best quarterback.
Yeah,
I disagree with that. Obviously, you know that. But
for sure.
At the end of the day, I get it. I understand. To me, sports shouldn't be about whether you agree or disagree with somebody. We turn that into that. To me, it's about, okay, I understand how this person thinks. I can see why he thinks this, thinks that. That's to me sports. I can't change your opinion who you think the greatest basketball player is. You're not going to change mine. That doesn't matter. Right. But I think my reasoning, you might not agree with. You be like, okay, well, this person did this. This person did that. I can see why he has bing, 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 bing. That's the same way with football. So I look at it as my bad. I'm confused. My eyes is focused on the game. I look at it as that Jalen Hurts does his job. He did what he had to do. So the Philadelphia Eagles got to win. Congratulations to the Eagles, 20-17. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move forward to our NFL takeaways. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that best time in sports. Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about it. All throughout the NFL season will be our NFL observations / takeaways. Tim, start us off, my brother. Go ahead. You go first.
Man. Arthur Smith is holding his Steelers back, man. It's no way with what you have on offense, man. Your offense has been pathetic since I know. Like, I don't know how you still had that offensive coordinator job. You and Tomlin got to be best friends or something, because it's no way you still had that. Like, it's no way to me. Like, it's like nothing you run makes sense. Like, you got Darnell Washington, he like 6'6", 6'7". You got DK Metcalf, you have Freiermuth, Calvin Austin. Like, it's no way you can't get these, like, y'all offense is so basic. Like, I just don't understand. If the Steelers want any, they got to get rid of Arthur Smith. And I don't even like calling for beat, but he got to go. Second one, man. I know it's only week 2, and somebody say I'm overreacting. The Bears season is over. Like, it's over. Like, it ain't no hope for the Bears. It is completely over. I'm telling y'all, it's over, right? And when I really knew it was over week 1, like, there's no way they gave up that big lead to J.J. McCarthy in the fourth quarter. Like, it's no way. And then to top it off, y'all come to Detroit. They let him 50 Bergen. Then you lose Jalen Johnson. I think he out for the year now.
Yeah,
it's over. That. Yeah, it's over. I mean, me personally, y'all can call me what you want. I would never let my quarterback be wearing fingernail paint. He can't lead my team. I just feel like that just the demeanor of the team. It's just demeanor. My team got to look a certain way. So So the bad, their season was over. My last one, boy. I hope y'all catch this, right? My fair neighbors. Little play on words, man. Y'all remember the little kitty joint, my fair neighbor, my fair neighbors? What I tell y'all about Malik Neighbors, man? What I tell y'all? Y'all told me, man, Malik Neighbors is special. He gonna be what Odell was supposed to be for New York. I know Odell got hurt and all that, but Malik Neighbors is that. I think he's better than Odell, but he's gonna be what y'all wanted Odell to be.
Yeah, I gotta give you a point about Neighbors. As of right now, he's definitely the best player in that draft. I thought Marvin Harrison took a step after week 1, struggled in week 2. I put some of that on. I put some of that on him, but I also put some of that on play calling as well. Like you said earlier, let him touch the ball early. You drafted him early. Let him touch the ball. It makes no sense. And Kyler Murray should be trying to get him the ball.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but yeah, Malik Neighbors, man, he balls out. So you got that one right. You called that from the jump. So as of right now, you definitely look good. For my takeaways, observations for this week, I'll start us off with the San Francisco 49ers. Really win for the San Francisco 49ers on the road at the Saints. No, the Saints aren't the best team, but to win a game without your starting quarterback, that's very, very impressive. Mac Jones played well. The offensive line played extremely well. The defense played well. Got turnovers when they needed it. Forced stops and forced a turnover when they needed it. Congratulations to the 49ers. A gritty win. My second observation, you need a backup quarterback in the NFL. San Francisco doesn't have their starting quarterback. Brock Purdy's out. Washington's starting quarterback has a knee injury. We don't know his question for week 3 and Jaden Daniels. J.J. McCarthy has an injury. He's already been listed out. Joe Burrow is already out for 3 months. We had that conversation on with Steven earlier. So you need a backup quarterback. Teams need to invest in a backup quarterback. Not at the last second, very, very early. So your backup quarterback, he's not going to get the reps and the time that your starting quarterback can get. But he definitely can be worked into the system with the starting quarterback. So when you need to depend on a guy, you got him. All fairness to Carson Wentz, he might play good, but he might play bad. And part of that is because he just got there. You feel me? So like let's invest in these backup quarterbacks early. Like you knew the Vikings knew early they wanted to sign Carson Wentz. Don't wait till the last minute. Get him into your system early. Get him into your offense early so he can perform. My last takeaway for this week: the Eagles are the best team in the NFL. I said that in the last topic when we talked about the game. They're the best team. And let's give them the credit that they deserve as being the best team. Green Bay might look sexier. The Rams might look good in the NFC. The Bills look good in the AFC. The Chargers look good. Still, I'm obviously going to throw my Super Bowl pick in there with the Ravens. They look good, but let's not disrespect the champion. You can't take away the throne until you beat the throne, until you come at the throne. No one's come at the throne yet. It's week 2. We don't need to say this team is the best team. No, let's let it play out. Right now, the Eagles are the best team. They find ways to win. They're the best team. They dominate you offensively, offensive line. They dominate you defensive line. They find a way. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Highly Opinionated. We're going to take a quick break. We will be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, this episode of Highly Opinionated is sponsored by Wolves of War. In some of the episodes, you can see my co-host and Ross wearing a brand called Wolves of War. Wolves of War is our first sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, and we are so thankful to have those guys sponsoring Highly Opinionated. Thank you very much. The actual meaning of Wolves of War is that it represents having a strong path behind you through the battles of life. With the right people behind you, you can get through anything. You guys see the link for Wolves of War? Make sure you guys click on the link, shop, great apparels, t-shirts, sweatsuits, whatever you want, they have. Once again, Wolves of War. Make sure you guys go shop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Highly Opinionated. Tim, it's that time. Week 3 NFL preview time. Let's start off with the 2-0 Los Angeles Rams at the 2-0 Philadelphia Eagles. This game is Sunday at 1 o'clock. This game is on Fox. I'll start us off with this one. I think the Philadelphia Eagles beat the Rams. I'm not impressed with what I've seen with the Rams so far. I don't think Matthew Stafford is in his groove yet. By him not playing during the training camp, I think it's taking him. I think he's using these first couple of weeks as basically the preseason training camp to get his body right. I think it'll be a close game. I think the Rams will give it their all, but I think that the Philadelphia Eagles will find a way to win the game, and I am taking the Philadelphia Eagles to win the game. The Eagles are favored by 3.5. The over-under is 44.5.
Okay. And I just got a question, man. Who made this Eagles schedule, bro? Like, we started out with Dallas.
Who made this?
Started out with Dallas, then we got Kansas City, then we got the Rams. Like, pretty tough 3 to open up. Like you said, man, the Rams, and it looked like they running game not effective right now neither, which is going to be a problem versus the Eagles. Because if the front know you one-dimensional, that's just going, you know what I'm saying? Stafford with a bag. Yeah, we just going to hunt on you. So, but Adams and what's the name do look pretty good so far. Puka, they do look pretty decent at the wide receiver, like a solid 1-2 punch. But like you said, man, I just think Philly is just better than them overall, and I think they'll figure out a way to win. I do think Jalen has more passing yards than 100 this week. Like, I think they get a passing game a little bit. I ain't saying he throwing for 300 or nothing, but I think they start to improve this passing game week by week. New offensive coordinator, so take time to figure things out. So give me the Eagles as well.
Yeah, we both like the Eagles. I think the Eagles find a way to win. I think the Eagles get to 3-0. And week 4, we might have something to talk about with the Eagles. But week 3, we both like the Eagles. I think the Eagles will find a way to win that. Let's move on to Sunday at 4:25, a game that's near and dear to my heart. The 2-0 Arizona Cardinals travel to San Francisco to take on the 2-0 San Francisco 49ers. This game is Sunday at 4:25 on Fox. You start us off, my brother. Who do you think will win to get the 3-0?
2 questions for this game. Does Kyler Murray take the next step? And who? Mac Jones. I think the 49ers have a better defense. And I think Mac Jones will make enough throws for them to win this game at home. And I think C-Mac will be a factor. But give me the 49ers at home. I think watching Arizona, they don't know how to finish games yet. I think that's going to be their next step because they let that door open a little bit in Carolina. I know they got up big early, but that joint got a little bit shaky at the end. So I don't think they know how to finish games yet. I think that'll be the next step in their maturation process as a team. So give me the 49ers at home.
I am taking the Arizona Cardinals to win this game. Arizona has to win this game. Kyler Murray, you have to beat Mac Jones. There is no other way around this, sir. No other way around this. The 49ers can have whatever they want. You have to outplay Mac Jones. You have to beat Mac Jones. You have to take that next step. And I think that they will take that next step. And for me, I think that the Arizona Cardinals know and understand that this is a big game for them to get separation in the division from San Francisco. They're wounded. Injuries at the quarterback position, injuries on the offensive line, injuries in the secondary for San Francisco. Tim, you know what? I'll take these off. I'm serious. Tim, Kyler Murray, it's time, sir. Stop bullshitting around. This your time. Win this game for me and you, but mainly for me. Win the game, sir. I'm taking the Cardinals, man. My NFC West preseason prediction pick. I'm riding with Arizona. Go Cards, go. Kyler Murray, no stupid stuff. Play the game the way the game is supposed to be played. Thank you, sir. We will greatly appreciate that. I'm riding with the Cardinals. Our last game that we're going to preview, battle of 1-1 teams on Monday Night Football. The 1-1 Detroit Lions travel to 1-1 Baltimore Ravens. Monday night, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. This game will be called by the legendary Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, Lisa Salters, and Laura Rutledge on the call. I will start us off. Last pick, I picked my NFC West champion. This pick, I'm taking my Super Bowl champ. I'm riding with the Ravens. No disrespect to the Lions. This ain't the Ravens aren't the best. No, this ain't it. This is a step up in competition. I don't think the Lions see a team like the Ravens or a quarterback like Lamar Jackson with that speed and that versatility getting out of tight situations. They don't face nobody in NFC like that. Closest thing they faced like that was Jaden Daniels. To be fair to them, they had like 20 guys on injured reserve. So we really couldn't get a fair assessment of their true defense against him in the playoffs. Wrong spot, wrong time for Detroit. Detroit got their momentum blowing out the Bears. I like the Ravens to beat the Detroit Lions on Monday Night Football.
2 questions, man. Can the Ravens stop the Lions offense? Can the Lions contain Henry? I don't know if Ravens fans probably remember last time them two played. Ravens dominated the Detroit Lions at home. So I was actually going back and forth with this one, man. But this Lions team is something about them look a little different to me this year. I know, you know what I'm saying? They was banged up at the end of last year, so you ain't really get to see the Lions. I think they shock everybody. I think they win in Baltimore. I think something just telling me they win. I had Ravens written down, but something just tell me the Lions are going to win this game. I think defensively. So Ravens, they blew the game versus. Well, I technically I wouldn't say they blew the game. I think
Buffalo won the game.
Buffalo won the game. I think somebody should have put the game away, but y'all figure out who I'm talking about. They had a chance to put that game away and they didn't. So, and everybody gonna blame Derrick Henry fumble, but yeah. Y'all told me that was a top defense, so why ain't get never mind. But yeah, so give me the Lions, man. I think the Lions upset the Ravens at home. I think it's gonna be too much. Well, I ain't gonna lie. If Henry get going, it might get dark for Detroit. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm going Lions. I think Lions figure out the way to win this game.
So you like the Lions? I like the Ravens. Yeah, I just don't think the Lions have seen a team like that. I get your point. If they seen somebody like Lamar and the Ravens team built, they would be fine. But I just think you see this team once every 2-3 years. It's a little different seeing them like that. Whereas though the Steelers, the Ravens, the Chiefs, the Bills, even the Chargers to a lesser extent, they play them on a regular basis. The Lions have not. So with that being said, you like the Lions, I take the Ravens. Ladies and gentlemen, as you guys can see on the screen, some other week 3 notable games. Pittsburgh at New England, Las Vegas at Washington, Denver at the LA Chargers, and Kansas City at the Giants. Which game catches your eye, brother?
I know this game gonna sound crazy, but Kansas City versus the Giants, man. And
you think the Giants got a shot, man? I know you think
it, man. I'm telling you, man. Hey, look, man. Kansas City might go in 0-3, man. I'm telling you that one thing you can't give a quarterback is life and rhythm, right? So at week 1, everybody, man, Russ Walsh. He done lit up the defense. Now he feeling like, oh, I could make somebody. You know what I'm saying? I got a little bit more swagger back to my game. And Kansas City offense ain't what you tell me earlier. The Giants, I mean, a couple episodes ago, Giants got one of the best D lines. Kansas City can't really block nobody yet. So you tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the Giants got a shot, man. I ain't saying they win, but I think that game will be more interesting than what everybody else think.
Now they definitely got a shot, bro. They definitely. I think that game at that leaky defense, that leaky roof that the Giants played Sunday against the Cowboys, I think they got Russell Wilson got him right.
They got him right. Cowboys ain't a leaky roof. That's just that roof collapsed. That's collapsed. That's we just gotta hope he gets stops.
Yeah, honestly, bro, they don't even have a roof. They just outside. I got
they just outside.
Yeah,
Ain't no roof in that.
And listen. I did say they was going to be better than Washington. I'm not ready to renege on that. I do like them signing Jadeveon Clowney. I thought they should have signed Zadarius Smith to go with Clowney. Have 2 bookends on both sides. But they can do that. That's fine. But at the end of the day, I'm still riding with the Cowboys to be second in that division. But again, they gotta find some shelter. They gotta go in the house and find some shelter, bro. Because it's getting a little spooky out there with that defense. It's getting bad. Yeah. Like I said, if Caleb Williams can't play good against the Cowboys defense, we're gonna have to have some uncomfortable conversation, man. I don't mean no harm. I do not. The game that I'm looking at this week, notable games, I'm looking at the Denver Broncos and the LA Chargers. Denver's coming off a tough loss. The Chargers looking to be either 2-0 or 1-1. We'll see how they do Monday night against the Denver Broncos. I mean, against the Las Vegas Raiders, but I'm looking at that Denver LA game, man. That's a big game in the AFC West. I think that could be I think that could be the best division in the NFL, the AFC West. So, big game for Denver at the LA Chargers. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you for watching episode 50 of the best sports show out, Highly Opinionated. For the best producer, the best editor, the best guy on the show, Ross. For this guy right here, the best co-host in the game, Tim. Glad to see you back, bro. Congratulations on everything to you and yours, man. Y'all deserve it. We're so happy for you.
Thank you.
I am merely Josh. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you guys next week. We out.
We out.